Developing here at this hour, investigators are trying to figure out what happened to a woman whose body was found on the road outside of a neighborhood in New Tampa. They say she was laying next to her SUV. Her toddler was sleeping inside.
The family says the loss of Alana was even greater because she was pregnant.
Our son is our everything, and that she was pregnant again, and we just lost two souls, basically, two souls. But we got family here, we're together, and we're just gonna do this together.
And tonight, like many, they're wondering why Alana would come to this neighborhood miles away from where she lives.
And nobody really knows the answer to that question, only she does and God, but we'll get to the end of it. We'll get the resolution as soon as possible, hopefully sooner than later.
"22-year-old Alana Sims was a quiet, humble, loving, bright, and positive young woman who always had a smile on her face, no matter what. Her family describes her as a down-to-earth person who stayed clear of drama, a true heart of gold. Alana radiated that positivity onto her family and everyone she met. She was one of 5 girls and had an extremely close relationship with her family. She loved spending time with her nieces, and most importantly, she was a devoted mother to her 1-year-old son. Alana was 5 months pregnant and looking forward to her new bundle of joy. Alana spoke with her mother and informed her that she would see her the next day. Little did her mother know, those plans would never happen. Around 10 p.m. on January 30th, Tampa police received a call in reference to a woman lying in the street near the Eastern Park subdivision in New Tampa.
Tampa police say they received a 911 call at around 10 p.m. Monday night.
This person went with their gut instinct and knew that something was off, and we're thankful for that they called 911. Unfortunately, when police arrived, we located that woman deceased and a baby under the age of 2 sitting in a car seat and asleep at the time.
Police say right now they don't have any suspects and are relying on people who saw something to say something.
Maybe a car that was involved or a person fleeing from that scene, and that they'll reach out to the Tampa Police Department to help us find out what led to this woman's death.
Richard Theodore's Ring doorbell camera picked up some audio of what unfolded Monday night.
But from my side camera, you can't really see anything because the density of the darkness, but you can hear immediately when that first pop occurs. Both of my puppies ran toward the side gate.
He handed that video over to police, who are not sharing the specifics of the woman's injuries.
The victim was identified as 22-year-old Alana Sims, who was pronounced dead at the scene as a result of upper body trauma. She was found on the ground outside of her SUV where her 1-year-old son, who was turning 2 years old next month, was asleep in the back seat. Police believe the shooting was a targeted attack. However, additional details are limited. Based on the condition of her body, it appeared she had been deceased for some time. Homicide detectives spoke with neighbors and urged them to check surveillance or ring footage. Although she was located in the Tampa area, the specific area where her body was found was unfamiliar to family and friends. They couldn't understand how or why Alana may have been there. As far as they know, Alana wasn't seriously dating anyone and did not associate with anyone in the area. As her family mourns her death, they're also ensuring she is being remembered as more than just a victim of a crime.
A quiet, loving, bright spirit that was taken at just 22 years old.
It's the most unbearable thing you could imagine can happen.
According to Tampa police, Alana Sims was found lying dead near her car in a New Tampa neighborhood late Monday night. Her mother says she was expecting.
She already was pregnant, so my unborn grandchild, I miss her too. Even though she wasn't here, I'm still gonna miss her.
But in the midst of their grief, Alana's family says they're also giving thanks, as police say her toddler son was also found unharmed and sleeping inside of that car.
He's among loved ones, and he's running around, and he's happy.
The family says they're now working to raise money to bury Alana, but they're doing so with many unanswered questions about her death. At this point, all Tampa police have been able to confirm is that she was found with upper body trauma.
We just want all this to come to a conclusion, and so we could close that chapter.
Her as a person, she was very selfless.
Alana Sims' sister says she was a single mother with a heart of gold.
She always had a smile on her face, always was positive, no matter what.
Carly Williams says Alana radiated her positivity onto her 1.5-year-old son and her 5 sisters.
But Alana, she was like a mother for all of us. That was like, everybody makes a joke all the time. Even though I'm older than her, she was taller than me.
Carly's bond with Alana was special.
My closest sibling. Like, that was my best friend. I told her everything. We did everything together.
The two spent endless hours at the beach and took spontaneous trips. She says Alana was a caring sister and mother, expecting another child in just months.
She was also 5 months pregnant currently.
So much was taken from this family Monday night. Tampa police say Alana was found dead in this area of New Tampa. A person called police when they saw her lying in the street near the Easton Park subdivision. Her 1.5-year-old son was sleeping in an SUV just next to her.
At this point, we're saying that her injuries are upper body trauma. I can tell you that when she was laying on the ground, it appeared that she'd been deceased for at least a bit of time.
Tampa police say Alana was targeted and potentially attacked by someone who knew her. Alana's sister says they grew up in Tampa, but this neighborhood isn't familiar to the family.
So we don't really know why she was in that area.
As far as what happened and who killed her,
we have no idea what has happened.
Carly says Alana's son will be taken care of by family. All of them heartbroken they'll be without their rock.
And everybody loves her. Everybody that comes around her, like, gravitates towards her.
Tampa police are continuing to follow numerous leads in the case. Her heartbroken family is now hoping for a break in the case as they work to raise funds for Alana's burial. Her son, who turns 2 next month, will be raised by her family. They say, "We just hope for justice and a conclusion. All we can do now is move forward. The case remains ongoing."